It started innocently enough. I was 21, finally felt like I had my life somewhat together, and then I met Liam. He was everything I thought I wanted, charming, funny, intelligent, and he actually listened when I spoke. My friends adored him, my parents were cautiously optimistic, and my mom, Eleanor, seemed pleased. She'd always worried about me settling for less, and Liam was a clear upgrade. The first few months were perfect. Liam and I were inseparable, and he was a regular fixture in our household. He'd come over for Sunday dinners, help my dad with the garden, and even fix my mom's stubborn internet connection. Eleanor was always gracious, offering him coffee, asking about his work as a graphic designer. She'd compliment his taste in music, his sharp wit, even the way he tidied up the kitchen after himself, things she rarely praised about my previous boyfriends. I brushed it off as her finally approving of someone. She was a loving mom, after all. She was just happy to see me happy. The first subtle shift I noticed was during a family movie night. Liam was sprawled on the couch next to me, his arm casually around my shoulders. Eleanor was on the other side, engrossed in the film. At one point, Liam shifted, and his arm brushed against Eleanor's. She didn't move away. Instead, she leaned in slightly, her head tilting towards him as she whispered a comment about the movie, her voice a little softer than usual. I remember thinking it was a bit odd, but then the movie got really intense, and I forgot about it. Then came the mom time with Liam. Eleanor started finding reasons to spend time with him when I wasn't around. She'd ask him to help her with something specific in the house, a leaky faucet, a tricky software issue on her laptop, or even to pick up something from the store for her. "Oh, Liam, darling, could you possibly do me a favor? You're so handy," she'd coo over the phone. I'd just be happy she was getting along with him so well. One afternoon, I was out with friends, and Liam was supposed to be working from home. He messaged me, "Your mom just asked if I wanted to grab a quick lunch with her. Said she had some girl talk she wanted to do, and since you're busy." I felt bad saying no. "Hope that's okay?" I texted back, "Sure, no problem. She probably just wants to pick his brain about something." Later that evening, Liam looked troubled. He was quieter than usual. When I asked him what was wrong, he hesitated for a long time before finally saying, "I don't know, Sarah. Your mom, she was telling me about her life, her regrets. She was very emotional. And it felt like she was looking at me in a way that made me uncomfortable. Like she was confiding in me as something more than just your boyfriend." I tried to rationalize it. My mom had been divorced for years, and maybe she was just feeling lonely. Maybe she saw Liam as a good, stable presence in the family, someone she could talk to. But the discomfort lingered. Eleanor started dressing up more when Liam was coming over, even if I wasn't going to be home. She'd wear her nicer perfume, a dress she usually reserved for special occasions. She started asking Liam about his preferences, his favorite flowers, what kind of music he truly enjoyed, his dreams and aspirations. One evening, Liam and I were getting ready to leave for a concert. He was waiting for me in the living room, looking sharp in his jeans and a new shirt. Eleanor walked in, saw him, and her breath hitched. She just stared at him, a strange, almost wistful expression on her face. "Liam," she said, her voice husky, "you clean up so well. You remind me so much of..." She trailed off, her gaze lingering on him for a moment too long before she quickly turned away, flustered. I remember feeling a prickle of unease. Remind you of who, Mom? I asked, a little too brightly. Oh, just a young man I used to know, she stammered, avoiding my eyes. The true gut punch came a few weeks later. I was homesick, curled up on the sofa with a fever. Liam had come over to bring me soup and medicine. He was sitting on the couch, talking to my mom in the kitchen. I heard their voices, muffled at first, then clearer as the kitchen door swung open. I heard Liam say, I don't know how to tell Sarah. This is getting too complicated. Then I heard Eleanor's voice, softer, more intimate than I had ever heard it, and definitely not directed at a daughter's boyfriend. Liam, darling, you don't have to tell her anything right now. Just be here with me. I understand you. I see things in you that she doesn't. My blood ran cold. I sat up slowly, my head pounding from the fever, but now also from the sheer horror of what I was hearing. Eleanor, Liam's voice was strained, a plea. This is wrong. She loves me. And you're her mother. I know, Eleanor whispered, and I could almost feel the desperation in her voice. But sometimes, life throws you curveballs. And you realize what you missed. What you've been looking for. You're so much everything. The conversation then shifted to hushed murmurs, too low to discern words, but the tone was undeniable. It was intimate, secretive, and utterly damning. I stayed frozen on the couch, the world spinning around me. The soup Liam brought me lay untouched. My heart felt like it was being squeezed in a vice. When Liam finally left, he looked utterly miserable. He gave me a weak smile and a quick kiss on the forehead, but his eyes were full of something I couldn't decipher, guilt, pity, maybe something else. He didn't say he loved me, not that night. I couldn't confront my mom. Not then. The thought was too overwhelming, too disgusting. I felt sick, not just from the fever, but from the betrayal. My mother, the woman who raised me, the one who was supposed to protect me, was involved with my boyfriend. Or worse. The dynamic in our house became incredibly strained. Liam still came over, but the easy warmth was gone. My mom was overly attentive to me, showering me with concern, a sickly sweet, guilt-ridden attention that felt like a mask. Liam was distant, his eyes often filled with a deep sadness and avoidance when they landed on me. One day, I found an opened letter in the mailbox, addressed to Liam, in my mother's familiar elegant script. I didn't want to read it, but my hands, acting on their own, grabbed it. My heart pounded as I unfolded it. My dearest Liam, it began. I can't stop thinking about you. The way you look at me, the way you listen, it's like I'm young again. Sarah is so lucky to have you, and I envy her. But I also feel connected to you in a way I never expected. I know this is wrong, terribly wrong, but my feelings are so strong. Please, tell me I'm not imagining things. Tell me you feel it too. Yours, Eleanor. I dropped the letter as if it had burned me. Tears streamed down my face, blurring my vision. This wasn't just a crush, this was something deeper, something terrifyingly real for her. I finally confronted Liam. He broke down, admitting that he'd been flattered by Eleanor's attention at first, then confused, then, he admitted there had been moments, stolen conversations, a shared glance, a touch that lasted too long. He said he'd never meant for it to go this far, that he loved me, but he was scared of hurting me and my mom. He was overwhelmed. The conversation with my mother was a nightmare. I showed her the letter. She crumbled, tears streaming down her face, confessing her foolishness, her mistake, her uncontrollable feelings. She said she didn't know what came over her, that she'd always loved me, but Liam, he was different. My world shattered. Liam and I broke up. The pain was immense, but it was compounded by the profound disgust and betrayal I felt towards my own mother. I couldn't look at her without seeing her with Liam. I couldn't hear his name without feeling sick. Our family is fractured. My dad is confused and heartbroken. Liam is out of the picture, but the damage is done. My mom tries to apologize, to explain, but there's no explaining away such a profound betrayal of trust. I'm left trying to pick up the pieces, wondering how the woman who raised me could be capable of this, and if I'll ever be able to trust anyone again. The relationship with my mother is irreparably broken, and the memories of those shared moments, the lingering glances, the intimate conversations, haunt me every single day. It's a different kind of heartbreak, one that cuts deeper than any romantic betrayal, because it comes from the one person who was supposed to be your rock.